What's going on, guys? It's Chat. So tonight was potluck. For those of you that don't know, potluck is essentially when a bunch of fair play clans all spin with approximately the same weight at the same time. So super excited about that. It's the first one we're doing since the rebuild of Power COC. Um, Unfortunately, we didn't match anybody that was participating in the event. Instead, we matched somebody that was potentially hunting, or at the very least, are just running a lot of engineered accounts. So that kind of sucks. Quickly take you through this breakdown. I'm really excited to do this recap. I think it's going to be a great war. I think it's essentially a race to 100%, a perfect war, because they've got really high rates here. If you take a look at their war log, they're hitting 98, 99% on average. And you'll see why in a second. They're engineered accounts. But we also have very high hit percentages. A perfect war about 2 weeks ago. So we're really excited to take it to them. And the thing that people don't really understand about when you do engineered accounts or accounts that are essentially rushed for offense is that they're often missing key defensive items, expos, inferno towers, and eagle artillery, right? So if they're missing those and they're totally outranking us offensively, that means that they're still missing that defensive structure. So a Town Hall 9 could potentially take a Town Hall 11 that's missing Inferno Tower. So we're excited about it. Let's just take it to them. Wreck and Crew, good luck. We're excited about this. But yeah, we're running a 4 Town Hall 11 plus 1 Town Hall 10.5. Then we've got, what is it here? 7 Town Hall 10s. We've got 2 9.5, Spoon and DFS. And then Phil with Town Hall 9s all the way down to the bottom. Compare that to, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Town Hall 11s. These are all max 40, 40, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Town Hall 10s. Oh, there's another 11, a 10, an 11. There's some stuff going on here. And these are all 40, 40, 20 accounts. There's some that aren't. So the hero levels do start to peter off. These guys are probably in like the 30 range for Town Hall 10 heroes because they're essentially 9.5, so they don't have the Inferno Towers here. They do have max troops, a lot of them, but the heroes aren't tremendously outpowering us, so I'm happy with that. 22, we got a 10 again, and then you go and look at this guy, and we'll take a look. They're number 30. One cannon. So, good on you for having the patience or the gems to build this account, but we've got a 40, 40, 20 at their number 30 position. So, bring it on, buddy. We're going to triple you with our lowest member. Anyways, what I want to do this video, I've been a little bit lazy lately. I haven't done my recaps, so we're going to go through, we're going to go really quick and pick out some of the highlight attacks from both of these wars before I lose access to them. So, pretty close war. No, I'm kidding. It was a blowout. We missed 2 stars on the top 2 11s and then 2 on the 10s. I think we knew war wasn't going to be anywhere close, so we ended up using some more attacks on the 11s instead of clearing the 10s. So whether or not that's a good choice or not, we're practicing our minor raids, so we figured why not just take it to the top. So let's do some of these Town Hall 11 triples. They're always exciting. They're going to use a lot of miners. So this is one of my attacks. I'm going to scout a little bit of CC. Actually, I remember this attack. I don't even want to show you. I do something stupid here in a second. We're going to go at 2 times, maybe even kick it up to 4 times. So I use both poisons on those 5 little minions. Like, what the hell was I thinking? I know there's more than that CC, so why would I waste both those poisons just to deal with a couple troops? The queen could have taken out those minions. Anyways, I deft, but it's a pretty weak base and a ring base, so they're just going to roll around and take out a lot of it. But I could have gotten into some trouble. I wasted those poisons and not the greatest idea. So I'm better than that, but this raid, as it turns out, was no problem anyways. Wiz towers are bundled with that Inferno Tower, so heal's going to get lots of value. Queen special, and we've got pretty much full health heroes at the end of it. Those bombs did nothing to the miners. Next one up. Another one by me, another ring base with single target Infernos. Just asking to get minered. We're going to go nice and quick. Just do the big wall of miners. 4 times maybe too quick. So my tactic with this is basically you're going to be healing around the Wiz towers. That's when your miners are susceptible to the massive splash damage. So as long as you can save it for that, be careful of giant bombs, but the big threat is the Wiz towers. And they just melt through that base. Now, The reason, if you guys don't understand why this is a terrible ring-based design, is because there's an easy path for miners to get into the core. A lot of the reason why ring bases are effective at this level is that they force troops to walk around the core, and then they'll avoid that town hall in the middle. But here, you can see there's only a one space gap between those two structures, right? So it's going to be an easy hop for the miners to get in and just take out and target that internal chamber. So not a great design. Army, this is a little bit more of an interesting design, but still you got a single target Inferno, and technically this is a bully attack, so it's going to be a nice easy triple, but using some bowlers instead of the miners, good to see a little bit of breadth with the attacks because I've been basically minering the shit out of these bases for the past 2 weeks. Nice Warden ability, protects from that CC. Good freeze to get those loons again. CC was basically nulled for that entire time. That's what you want to see. Lost some healers there, but he's got plenty. Troops are nice and spread out. Might have wasted his queen special a little bit there, her queen special. But not too bad of a cleanup effort. Gonna lose those bowlers down at the bottom. They're gonna work their way through the wall a little bit, but look at those heroes. Full health heroes, still has the king special. Easy. Nice work, bully attack. What else we got? Tom. This was a 10v10 triple. So an interesting base design, not the best, but still it's got its value. It needs to be taken to a similar or a difficult approach. So I really liked his attack here. He had a really great read on the base, and he's able to execute the different things properly. And he gets massive value for this queen walk, if I can remember correctly. Break in at the right time. Everything's working on the queen at this point. Put the last of the CC. That's totally taken care of. Starts his miner working on that left building. He's got some archers down, whiz on the bottom. Just starting to prep these buildings that aren't going to matter. And then he unleashes his miners. So this is an awesome attack. I started to play with it on my Town Hall 10. I still haven't quite perfected it. He made this look easy. Great value on the queen. Like, she's taken out 40% of the base on her own. And then the miners have a great path just along there. Keep them nice and healed. And he's going to end this raid with a ton of miners left up, if I remember. Got that single target Inferno on the far side. That's just going to go to work on those miners, but not really affect them in the slightest. And I think most of his miners are up at the end of this raid. Great attack, man. Unfortunately, Tom is, I think, going to be retiring. This next war might be his last, so we only had him for a short time. But appreciate it, man. Thanks for helping us rebuild. You're welcome anytime. All right, now we got some Town Hall 9 action. So this is a Town Hall 9 on a Town Hall 9. We didn't have to use any dips on this war. Town Hall 9's crushed it. They had, I think, a ton of scout attacks actually available for us up top, so always appreciate when that happens. Town Hall 9s went to work, did their job. We really struggled with the One Hive Swarm war, so I think they really kind of stepped it up after that and realized that they've got to do some work too. Go quick until they start this loon action. So typical, I guess a bowler Lalo. Not sure. I guess a Lalobo attack. A lot of our guys have been starting to use this. Super effective. We've been seeing guys doing crazy raids like swagging 2 major spells and crazy stuff. It's just a kind of about indicating the base and gets great value for those bowlers and the heroes in there. I think there's only 2 rarity left for the actual Laloon attack, so sometimes they don't even need the second, or I've seen attacks where they don't even need the first hound. They just send in loons for the 1 rarity, and pretty crazy powerful attack. Nice work, Dave. I'm not going to do a ton of commentary on it. The attacks that we're seeing are fairly standard. At this point, it's kind of just about reading the base and figuring out what attack will work. Falsio jumping up 10 spots to hit one. Nice work. A good old HGHB. Been seeing some guys playing with P.E.K.K.A.s instead of Giants for this attack. It's a little bit temperamental to figure out the entry point, but it seems super powerful. P.E.K.K.A.s, obviously, they're not going to just target defenses, so they'll actually go through and clear the entire section out rather than leaving anything, right? So they're kind of working with the bowlers to do that. This attack's going to use the Giants, though. Being nice and patient, sprinkling the hogs as necessary. They're getting great value clearing that whole side. No problem with the double giant bombs. Either of them were, or both of them, I should say, were diffused nicely with the Giants, I believe. And now he's got tons of troops left for cleanup. Does have to watch that builder's hut. Luckily, some troops diverged over there. And now they'll all meet up. 2 full heroes jumping up 10 spots. Nice work, man. Who else we got? Allison always does some great attacks. Hey, so here it is. So this is the 3 P.E.K.K.A. So this is basically HGHB, I think, but using P.E.K.K.A.s instead of Giants. So let's take a look. Double funnel, that's going to be the important part. P.E.K.K.A.s have a need, a craving to go on random walks, to go and find different stuff. So important, but they're just going to tear apart that queen. It was like instant. Tons of power getting through there. Same as Giants. Bombs aren't really going to affect them. They're great for tanking through those. But like just melted the base. Like barely any defenses left standing. Full heroes. He's going to swag his 6 hogs. He didn't even really need them. He's going to swag a heal. 2 P.E.K.K.A.s, full heroes, and he sweeps the hogs and the heal across the side. Nice work. All right, we're gonna have time for 1 or 2 more. We'll go with Rom and then Ions. A good old fashioned. I'm gonna do like a queen walk here, followed by just a Govaho. It's good to start seeing this one come back. I went away from that for a while. Every clan seemed to be using the HGHB, but there's nothing wrong with this attack. The only issue that you've got with something like this is are you going to have enough time? Quite often these queen walks at Town Hall 9, they'll time out. People got used to them when we had the 3 minutes 30 seconds, but with the shorter clock, you don't always have that luxury. Valk's doing their job. They're going through the middle. Queen's going to defuse that second giant bomb spot, make it not really matter. Hogs sneaking in the backside while the Wiz Tower is focused on the Valks in the core. Now it's all about cleanup. Nice work, Rom. Taking old school attack back to them. Noticing some full heroes at most of the end of these raids. Not even close. Nice work. Alrighty. 1 more. Oh, pure stoned hog attack. This is interesting. Don't typically see stoned anymore. Tons of tank right up front. It's got level 20 queen, king and 3 columns running through that core. The bowlers did get hit a bit by that first giant bomb, but they seem to have been surviving, and the golems out front are nice and protecting them. Still has both hero specials. Just use the king there to help him get through that wall. But All but one of the defenses are down. It just went down. The queen still got her special. Still lots of hogs, bowlers, and there's still a golem there in its full size, plus a couple of mini golems. Nice. All right, so you saw there that yes, Town Hall 11 is dominated by miners and bowlers. We did have one of each, but that's just going to happen. That's where the meta of the game is right now. But I showed 5 or so Town Hall 9 attacks and 5 different types of attacks. So it's just incredible to see the different breadth of that, right? Not everybody's using the same type of attack. They're looking at the bases, what makes sense, and how do we do that? So this is the second war. Apologies, guys. I am going to do 2 mini recaps in one video. I'll try to put do one for each war in the future, especially for a ranged war. We're going to start lining up more of those, and there will definitely be a dedicated recap for the next war. But here I'm just going to hop right into the next war and just get it all into one video. So this was interesting. This base, I did have both of my Town Hall 11 accounts in this war, and I had 2 attempts at this base. So I'm just gonna kind of like take you through here. So it definitely is an interesting base. I'm contemplating testing it out, building it, doing some FCs if I can consistently 3-star it. But I had 2 tries, and I had a high percentage 1-star last time. The reason why I like this base is because it makes you choose right at the start. Are you going to go for the safe 2-star, or are you going to go through the better chance triple? Now, when I do a minor raid, it's always, I'd say 90% of the time, I'm going to enter from the eagle side first. So this, obviously, if I'm tackling from the eagle side, the town hall is nearly the last thing that my troops are going to get to. So it's either going to be a 3 or it's going to be a high star 1 attack. It was a high star 1 at the first, and you're going to get to see right here what happened on the second. So this is my second attempt on it. I chose from the start, I'm like, fuck it, I'm going for the 3 stars. War was over. They had kind of given up at this point. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to heal through that first eagle drop and through all of that whiz tower damage right there. Important to keep your troops up through there. There's some bombs. There's a lot of shit going on that you need to make sure that your troops are safe through. I did the warden ability as best I can, but that baby drag, will he go down this raid? Yep, he actually does die, and that's critical to this. Sometimes he'll survive, and that creates an issue for these. I then have to keep on healing my miners for longer. I can't save the heals for the whiz towers like I want to because I'm trying to keep them safe through the baby drag. It causes issues, so I was thankful that it went down. I did miss that first level 4 Inferno on the first pass by, so that's not great. But I've got 4 of the 5 whiz towers down. Lots of miners still left, but you're going to see they're going to start dwindling in numbers, right? All my hero specials are gone. The king is barely holding on. I think he's going to die here. The queen, barely any health. There's a bomb that took out a bunch of miners in there. So we've got a lot still going on here. Now, the queen is safe, but this whiz tower is getting down in health, but he is taking care of these troops. He's in range. They got to finish off that expo. And now it's a barely any health whiz tower against a barely any health miner. And he takes it. And so we get 1 miner finishes off this raid. I think I would have had time for my queen to break in there and take it out anyways, but I'm going to give credit to the miner. Thank you, buddy. But interesting base. Made me choose if I was going to go for a 3-star. I ended up having maybe 20% health on my last miner out of 55. So, an interesting raid to say the least. Failed a couple of these ones. You can see though, 95% 2-star, so close. And these are all Town Hall 11s. They're all max Town Hall 11s, these top 5. Close to max anyways, I don't know exactly. Yeah, they're all the same numbers, so these are all 110k. An interesting war. This is a pretty shitty base. This is actually, though, one of the first times that Hoder's using Mass Miner. I've been kind of training him. I helped him with a sketch and just executed perfectly. He breaks the chain so that most of the miners are going to flow around clockwise position down around the bottom, take out that eagle early. He gets great value with the freeze when the troops actually head to the middle. CC is going to give him some issues, but those miners are going to do their job for the most part. Just taking apart that core. Poison's great job, good placement. Keeps that dragon moving nice and slow and takes out that middle inferno. Now we got a lot of troops going on over there, and we still have 3 heal spells at this point. 42%. Heroes are still in good health. Queen's got her special. She's going to take out that dragon pretty soon, as soon as she can break in there. She's stuck on a wall, and I hate that, but I think it works out because then she's able to target the dragon. 2 heals left, 60%. The big damage is still going to be at those Wiz Towers, and he's got 2 heals to manage through that, so lots of miners coming around the outside to clean up that. Easy cleanup effort. Queen's got her special. Pop it. Get rid of those Wiz Towers. Done. Nice, nice. Clean attack. This was one of the earlier attacks we did in the war. Crushed it. Now, this is a bully. No, it's not. It's another Town Hall 11 triple. Interesting. So they had quite a few Town Hall 11s, I guess. Another 110k. All max accounts. Now this one I did lure the, I think this was a triple. I don't remember doing this triple, but I guess it worked out. So I did lure the CC. It was an easy lure, and so I figured I'd do that. I don't typically do it with the miners, but those baby drags, they can really hurt your miners. So if you can get the lure out, you might as well do it. Wasted my Warden special there. I was a little disappointed. Maybe that's why I didn't love this raid. It wasn't doing anything. It wasn't protecting them from Eagle Artillery or anything like that. It was protecting from some splash damage that they were already protected from with the heal. So, yeah, not the greatest execution, but I'll take it. It's a triple. You'll notice, though, I approached from a side opposite the Inferno Towers, and I've seen somebody else do this in the Elite community. And actually, I think that Jax did it in FPC Canada recently. So, why not? Deal with the Infernos at the end of the raid. It's most of the base will already be taken care of at that point. GG. Got your Queen special. She could take out the rest of that base on her own, but lots of miners still there to help her out as well. Easy triple. We left some of the Town Hall. These are still Town Hall 11s on the board. Not quite max, especially that one. That one's probably a 10.5. But now we got some bullies here. Let's see, take a look. So decent bases from a Town Hall 10 perspective. It'd be fairly challenging to triple these. They do have some lower defenses, the lower air D, so maybe it's an air attack that should be used in this one. Lower cannons and arch towers as well, but there's no excuse. As a Town Hall 11, you should be tripling pretty much any Town Hall 10, if not every Town Hall 10. There's not much at this point in the game that can overpower those miners. Doesn't matter how you place your giant bombs, your spring traps, your skeleton traps. 55 miners coming at you, it's going to be a problem. Nice split up on troops. They go and work on the builders' huts independently. Nice work, Duh. Bert. $10v10 triple. 3640 heroes. Not quite maxed. Not quite a max base, but pretty decent. He's got those golems tanking really nicely. Bowlers behind them. Hound in the CC, which isn't going to do a ton against these troops. Once it pops, there's some danger, but the Queen's there to help them out. Nice work, man. Solid triple. Good to have you. He's recently joined us. I've ordered him in the past, and excited to have him here with us in PC. Another Deweyner. Swazi's going to do a bully. Won't watch those. Ions jumping up. 21 versus 14. Taking in is same as the last recap. He's got his stoned hogs. I should pay more attention. I guess he likes them. Nice wide funnel. Gets the golems in. It's good to get great value for whatever he wants, right? Those golems getting into that core, there's a lot of DPS, a lot of splash damage, but against golems, they're not really going to matter, right? That's the whole point of those, is just tank troops. So sprinkle some hogs. He's got a ton of them going into this raid, and there's a ton of them left at the end of it. Sexy triple. Allison, Braden we haven't showed yet. Show one of his. He's done really well. Same thing. Stones go. Go. Hole in the base makes it easy to do the lure. Does a phased approach of dropping his golems, which is kind of interesting. Bowler's behind. And you can kind of guess. There's not a ton of spots in the middle of this base where the giant bombs are going to be an issue. He was able to defuse one, got a couple more with some scout hogs. Otherwise, they're safe in the core of the base, which is nice when you've got a hog attack. Solid work, man. 6-pack. Nice work, Bray. Ryan, Jon Snow. What do we got here? Boone does some cool attacks. This is a little bit low for him. This is a bully. Nah, we're not going to watch that one. Sorry, Boone, but bullies don't make it. We'll give you one to Die Hard. Die Hard's another one of Boone's accounts. Going in air with a queen walk with a 23 queen. Don't see that a ton. Lower Town Hall 9, but still. Got to be worried with the time with these types of attacks. You got a level 23 queen on it and using 56 troop spaces with your healers, right? There's a lot of troops that are eaten up by doing the queen walk, and you have to make sure that she moves through here quick. And she's going to get good value. There's a dragon in the CC. She's going to probably get the queen at some point here as well. Definitely takes a lot of the risk out of there. She's got 2 air D she's going to get as well, plus an air expo. Excellent value on the queen walk. You can see how he did it. Burns 2 rages, but he's got 5 haste to keep all the troops moving through. Sprinkling in the loons as they're needed around the outside. Hound gets good coverage. Take out those air traps. And tons of loons left to clean up. Die Hard's been doing crazy things. He swagged his king there as well. Jesus, good work. He's been doing amazing with the air attacks lately. Taking on bases that he has no reason to take out. But let's see, what the heck? What you got in store for us? Another Stone Goho. I'm getting kind of bored just watching these. What are you guys all using them for? I want to see some more HGHB. Oh, wait a minute. No, I don't. All right, so typical entry, nice wide funnel. Good jump spell, gets you right into the core. And they're just going to tear shit up. Sprinkle the hogs. Typical deployment. You can tell all the bombs are going to be in the core on this one. Otherwise, they're going to be on the outside area there. But that doesn't make a ton of sense. So, made the right call. Hogs are safe as long as you can defuse that center compartment. And it's going to be an easy triple. What the heck? Bring in the pain. Nice work, man. All right, so that's going to be all. Yeah, sorry for the length of this video. We went on half an hour, got through 2 raids. I'm behind on my YouTube content, so I'm going to give you 2 wars tonight. But yeah, hype about tomorrow. First potluck. We're bringing it to Wreck and Crew. we're gonna take it to them early. It's gonna be one hell of a war plan. I haven't done even the exact math to see how many of these are actual Town Hall 11s, how many of them are 10s, and how many there are 9s. So we got to see, do we even have enough attacks to cover all these, or are we going to have to do something creative with some Town Hall 9 versus Town Hall 10 triples? So who knows? That'll come out next recap. Really excited about it. Let me know in the comments. Give me a subscribe. We're close to the 100 subscribers. Really excited about that, so I can get rid of my stupid hashed, I guess, channel ID. I want to get youtube.com/clash4chat. So help me out, guys. Share this channel around. Get me some followers, and I'll keep bringing you amazing content. So let me know what you want to see. Until next time, guys. Talk to you.